Loki's back here. How about you just say Loki says it's okay? Um, Loki asked me, well, not Loki asked me, somebody asked me, it's going great, it's like the fifth time I've tried. What happens if somebody takes something off of Loki's altar? Sometimes he doesn't care. Sometimes he really doesn't care. Somebody can walk up to his altar and take something off of it, and he's just not going to care because that's a particular object he's lost interest in, anyways, and he's just not going to care. Sometimes he's not in a mood to care if somebody took something. Sometimes he's going to be really upset because he was still looking at his whatever it was, his food offering or his toy or his whatever, and somebody took it off of him. Now, if you do it, it's going to be fine. He'll let you know, "Oh, hey, I was still enjoying that." Um, but let's say somebody else did it. In this case, the person asked a relative did it. He'll usually make the punishment fit the crime. So, if it was a small item like cookies or like a small trinket or something, he'll even up the odds somehow. They'll either get the strongest guilt feelings and they will buy you something to replace what they took, or they will have an item go missing out of a lunchbox or something else, or something just odd will happen in their life. Not bad, not a tragedy, but something Loki, in Loki's own way, feels is the equivalent of whatever they took off of his altar. So they might have something weird happen, like their phone goes crazy, or their computer at work acts up all day, or whatever else. He's not going to physically harm people for taking an offering. Um, but the person added insult on top of it. That he will take his time and think about, but he's not the kind of god or loose cannon, and most gods aren't, to destroy somebody just because they said something rude to his face. He can choose to let things slide for your case, especially if it's someone you love and care about. Sometimes he will let things slide. He will let it go. He might address it otherwise, especially if you don't like the person, but he will generally let people have a couple free passes. Actually, he's actually got an extremely long fuse, which is why he's good to work with humans, because you can repeatedly mess up with him and he might get angry and upset because you're not doing well for yourself, but he's not going to take it out on you. Now, for the person that did this, since it was a first offense and what they took was small and what they said was just rude, he may even let it go. So you don't know, but if he is going to do something, it's not going to be horrible and dramatic. If you've seen some of my older videos, that was a special case because those were extremely toxic, hateful people that were basically trying to, looking back, I realized they were trying to push all my buttons and drive me either into dependency on them or drive me into suicide. So yeah, if it's a truly evil, malicious person, Loki will deal with them himself, and he will exact any revenge he feels justified in exacting. But if it's just somebody being ignorant, really doesn't realize who he is, and, just really says something rude to you, because sometimes, family just likes to get your goat, um, he'll deal with it accordingly. So you don't have to be afraid. And if it would be, especially if it would be like a little kid or someone that just didn't realize they were looking at an altar, some people just don't think, and they would think, oh, free cookies. Or it would even be like an animal or something like that. He's going to be fine. He gives out free passes. You usually actually have to do a lot to make him angry. He can have a temper and get mad fast. He's not known as the one with the red hair for nothing, but usually he's going to give a couple free passes out. But he's not going to hurt the person's family member or anything like that. No, had the person did something pretty horrific, that would be entirely different set of circumstances. But they took his snack and they insulted him, so he'll be. But he's not going to hurt them for that. So I hope that helps. I know people get scared because they see horror stories of like what stuff Loki's done on the internet. That's never been my experience. My experience has been, unless somebody is trying to physically harm you or make you harm yourself, or they're intentionally stressing you out for whatever reason, like people who like to play mind games, he's usually pretty lenient. He will at least get the people, to leave you alone and not, do so much. And also I could say is, if you're in a safe place to do so, I don't know the person's situation, say, that was disrespectful, that was rude. Even if you don't have the same beliefs, I'd appreciate that you respect that. And you know, sometimes people just get jealous of the gods. They really do. My mother used to intercept stuff that came into the house, and if she thought it was nice, she would take it for herself, and it was headed towards an altar because a god had requested it. So I was lucky enough to be able to practice, so the gods really didn't say anything or do anything because, sometimes parents, siblings, spouses get jealous of your god. They get jealous of the attention. They get jealous of the stuff. So it might have been just a jealousy thing too, which, that's not perfect, but we all get jealous, right? So, I hope that helps. And if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye bye.